Hi everybody, this is Methlokaiju, and today I'm going to review and do a new Godzilla-Thon. Yes, I'm doing a new Godzilla-Thon. I'm not sure which one this number is. I believe it's the... Is this the first one? Excuse me, this isn't so not the first one. I think it's the sixth one. This is the sixth one, and today we'll be reviewing another Godzilla 2014. Not Godzilla 2014, a new Godzilla film from the franchise. This time it is known here in America, Invasion of Astro Monsters. So yeah, this is kind of like a... I'm not exactly sure this is actually a sequel to the Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster film. Not exactly sure, but you know, they do resemble they have very close similarities. But the only similarity is that there's some difference, there's some different stuff there and there, but the main difference is that there's a scene in space, and also that Mothra isn't in the film. It's only Godzilla, King Ghidorah, also known here in this film Astro Monster, and Rodan duking it out in space and Earth. So yeah, so first of all, I'll go into the plot, and then I'll talk about my thoughts about it and the score. So yeah, overall, Invasion of Astro Monster was an alright film for me. It was a little bit boring, not my favorites. In my opinion, it was kind of boring in my opinion. I'm saying the talking part, because in the beginning part, most of it was like talking, and then once the fight was coming, it all got all good until that dance made me pumped up for the dance myself or something. I don't know. Remember that dance that Godzilla made? That was pretty hysterical, pretty awkward. And I think that's the first movie that there was something crazy that Godzilla did, I believe. Not exactly sure, but maybe. Actually, I think the last movie, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, there was something funny when Godzilla was laughing and also Rodan was laughing. So yeah, pretty interesting. But now let's get into the plot. So first of all, some aliens come by to planet Earth and greet the not aliens, the Earthlings, very kindly, and they mention that they come in peace and they do not want to destroy anything, whatever. But the aliens need help from them because there's this giant beast attacking their planet called Astro Monster, as they refer it to as, and they mentioned it's attacking their globe or their world, so they need help immediately. So they ask the Earthlings if they can borrow Rodan and Godzilla for a while, so they can beat up Ghidorah, as that's the real monster, but more like Astro Monster, because they just refer to as Astro Monster, and the alien refer him to Astro Monster. So the Earthlings stupidly say yes. It looks like nobody can trust an alien now. Nobody can trust an alien, especially one that has black glasses and controls a monster that's three-headed, and asks that if they can get Godzilla. Don't trust them. Do not trust them. That's a lesson of life. If there's an alien coming and mentions that, oh, can we borrow Godzilla? Do not trust them at all. Do not trust them at all. And yeah, as I mentioned, stupidly the people agreed. They borrow Godzilla. The aliens get Rodan and Godzilla. They, fly them to planet Earth. Not planet Earth, to their planet. Planet X, I believe it was. They land there, and then there's actually some two astronauts that go there. Also, there's one Japanese one, and there's another one that's American. And, they're there watching the fight between the Astro Monster and the other monsters. It looks like Ghidorah and Godzilla, not Ghidorah and Godzilla, I meant Rodan and Godzilla are having, they're duking it out. And yes, there's no Mothra here. No Mothra here. No Mothra. So, that's one less monster. We're actually going to use Mothra. But then that's when the budget, it didn't work hand on hand with them, so they couldn't use Mothra. But they were planning to use Mothra, which is, that's actually pretty good that Mothra isn't in the film, for it can be different. For it can be different, because we already got a fight with Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan. So it's pretty cool to only see now Rodan, Godzilla, and King Ghidorah now. Okay, so anyways. So that's when they fight it out, they duke it out. Godzilla does that crazy dance, that victory dance after Ghidorah leaves planet Earth. I mean, not planet Earth, Planet X. I'm always gonna get a mistake with that, mostly maybe, in this review. So yeah, Godzilla does that victory dance, and then they mind control both of the kaiju, King Ghidorah and Godzilla, and then they're faking all about, King Ghidorah attacking, or Astro Monster attacking their planet. It's actually just, they actually programmed Ghidorah to just pretend that it's attacking their planet, and aliens pretended that they were getting hurt, and all this trauma was going on, even though after all this time, Ghidorah or Astro Monster was controlled the whole entire time. So then that's when they play a trick, and then that's when King Ghidorah, Godzilla, and Rodan, being mind controlled by the aliens, come to Earth, ravage this whole entire city. Everything's getting destroyed, buildings flying or something, and, because of Rodan's winds. And then, like, people dead or something, and, just the whole city in flames, all this chaos is going on. But then that's when, the scientists are trying to figure out somehow to unmind control Godzilla and Rodan, since King Ghidorah or Astro Monster is already mind controlled by aliens, like heavily mind controlled by the aliens. So they decided to unmind control Godzilla and Rodan. And after a few minutes, maybe around 20 minutes of the film, just trying to figure out how to unmind control these creatures, they finally figure out a way to unmind control the two kaiju, Rodan and Godzilla. They finally do it. It disrupts the mind controlling of the aliens. Godzilla and Rodan are, they get unmind control. They get kind of crazy because, they're not used to, being unmind control. They wake up, and the final fight. They're doing it out. Ghidorah getting strained in the neck, gets stepped in the neck. Godzilla being, hit in the face, bitten by Ghidorah's head. The beam attacks, by Godzilla and Ghidorah really are penetrating each other's skin. All this massive chaos. The final battle goes on. After a long, gruesome fight, it wasn't actually that gruesome. I actually kind of exaggerate a little bit by saying that, it's penetrating their skin. It wasn't actually penetrating the skin. The fight wasn't too, awesome or epic. It was just, maybe Godzilla hugging, and then, I don't know, Rodan just fell or something. Ghidorah just, going crazy with the head, just, doing whatever with the head, just smacking all over the place. It wasn't that great of a end battle, but, it's the 60s, so, I don't blame that, so. And then finally, either Ghidorah dies. I think Ghidorah doesn't die, but he flies away again. And yeah, wasn't this a short Godzilla-Thon, wasn't it? Very short, 8 minutes. Longest one, the shortest man, maybe 10 minutes or 12 minutes around there. Yeah, this was a short Godzilla-Thon, I know, but, it's not too much of the plot. It wasn't, a very creative plot, in my opinion. The creative part is, the aliens taking over and mind controlling Godzilla and Rodan. That's actually pretty creative, but the rest, not too much. And also the dance was actually pretty cool in my opinion, actually. It was actually pretty cool. It was really nice. Okay, so yeah, this ends the plot for this film. As I mentioned, not too much of the plot, not too creative, except for that scene, for those little scenes right there. So the director was Ishiro Honda. The release date is December 19, 1965, and the running time was 96 minutes. Now let me try and find around here if they had different titles. Okay, so the different titles. So okay, the translated Japanese title. So I guess the original Japanese title, but it's translated, is The Great Monster War. Okay, that sounds very similar to the English version of Godzilla's Revenge. I think for Godzilla's Revenge is All Monsters Attack or something. It sounds very similar. And then the Toho's official English title and current home video title is Invasion of Astro Monster. The original US title is Monster Zero, just plain Monster Zero. The UK home video title is Invasion of Astro Monsters. And for the previous home video and TV title, previous, is Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. So, yeah, but overall my thoughts of it, I mean, it was alright. It wasn't my favorites. Unfortunately, you know, I had King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah was pretty cool, but just there were some boring parts. Like in the beginning, was actually pretty boring whenever they were talking about, you know, nonsense, in my opinion. And then also they were like, you know, taking a pretty long time trying to figure out how to mind control the two kaiju, the Godzilla and Rodan. They were taking pretty long, maybe about 40 minutes. Was just about to figure that out, and human other character development. Not 40 minutes, but like 20 to 30 minutes. 20 minutes, but, you know, it gets very boring after you see the same scene of, you know, trying to figure out something for 20 minutes in the film. You know, it got kind of boring there, and the more talking stuff. And then, you know, how the astronauts got into that planet was a little bit boring also, because, you know, kind of like in the moon. You know, whenever they're in the moon, you know, it's kind of boring, because, you know, they just go to the spacecraft. You just hear this like little, I don't know what it was, radio or something, and it tells them to, you know, escape or something because they're a giant monster. And, you know, overall, it wasn't too great film in my opinion. I might give it a 3 out of 5, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because, you know, overall it's a very good film, but that just overwhelms a film of boringness. In my opinion, it was pretty boring. Except for the fights. And also, you know, Godzilla dancing around was actually pretty epic, actually. Pretty nice. So yeah, unfortunately, I have to give it a 3 out of 5. It wasn't too much of a great film compared to the other previous film. I actually like the other previous film than this one. But I guess this film is actually inspired by the moon landing, because the moon landing, I think, was like... Actually... No, actually, it wasn't even inspired by the moon landing, because the moon landing, I think, the... what's it called? Can't believe I just forgot. Neil Armstrong. That was, I think, in 1969. So... Was there a film in 1969 about the moon? No. So actually, I guess these Godzilla films actually predicted the future of mankind. These films were like around in space. Except, you know, it's humans. So, you know, it's actually pretty cool. But even humans were before, like, I forgot when were humans first in space. Like, literally, not like on the planet. I'm saying like in space itself. I forgot. But yeah, but... Anyways, as I mentioned, I give this a 3 out of 5. Unfortunately, there were some kind of boring parts that just kind of like dragged away the film and the excitement of it. And yeah, but, you know, this is the end for this review. Godzilla-Thon number 6, I believe it is. I think number 6, yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and so yeah, tell me in the comments below, what do you think of, you know, my thoughts on it and my score on it. Do you think it's fair? Do you agree with me, or do you think it was one of your favorite films or your worst film, or maybe just you know, a 50-50 film where it's kind of bad, but at the same time it's actually pretty good? Just tell me in the comments below. So as I mentioned, subscribe, like, and comment. And for this video, this is Methlokaiju signing out.